So I made up a little game, a little set of procedures for playing GURPS in the style of old school D&D, where you do dungeon crawling, hex crawling. You use a lot of random tables, and the idea is to generate the entire adventure on the fly. It turns out it can be played fairly easily and enjoyably solo. So tonight I'm going to make up 4 rando characters, GURPS characters, but I'm going to roll for their attributes randomly, and they will end up being peasants, level 0 peasants. They're typically even weaker than the usual level 1 D&D character. But anyways, come along for the ride if you will. If you want to see how this works. That's how we do her. 14. We just start rolling. I'm going to generate 4 GURPS characters fairly quickly. 11. I've got a 9, 10, 11 for dexterity. And there's a 9 for dexterity there. Pretty good guy so far. Wow. 11 again. 8, 10. IQ. Wow, there's a 16 health. Not where I wanted that 16, but that's okay. It makes it interesting. And there's an 11 health. Okay, then we roll. We don't roll for damage, obviously. We roll for will next. Oh, yes. Here's what we're talking about. This is what makes these guys fun to play. 5 willpower for this guy. And a 7 willpower for this guy. Okay, my luck has run out. Awesome. Okay, so that's a 14 perception of 14. Not bad, not bad. And look at that, a 16 perception for this guy. Weak-willed, very perceptive. Then we jump up to hit points. We've got a 15 hit points here. That's impressive. That's impressive. And 11 hit points here. And we roll for fatigue. We've got 10 fatigue points here. And a 11 here. Awesome. Okay. And then we, level 0. We roll for their occupation. And I'm going to need a couple extra dice here. I have a list here of 200 failed medieval occupations. Oh, not necessarily failed, but these guys are failing at it because they have decided they're going to try their luck adventuring because they've got nothing to lose. They're loser peasants, dead broke. 64 is what we roll. Oh. 164 that is. We've got a... Alright. This guy is a shoe shiner. Shoes. He shines shoes. And let's see. He starts with a rag, which you can use as a garrote for strangling people. And shoe polish. Shoe polish. Might come in useful, I'm not sure. Garrett, I'll have to look that up, the stat for that. And his his skill will be in Garrett. Spent a lot of time using that. That's a 1. I'll have to look that up. I assume that's an average, so that will probably be a 10 in that. This guy over here, 160. This guy's a shepherd. Interesting. A shepherd starts off with a staff and a sheep. He's got a sheep that follows him around. Sweet. He's got a familiar. And a staff. Staffs are useful. Alright. Now, Everybody gets 1 advantage and 1 disadvantage. Of course, randomly in the true spirit of randos. Randos2Hereos. These guys will be someday heroes. This guy's got a reputation. A good reputation, I should say. Reputation. +1. Well, that's cool. Reputation for being decent at shining shoes, probably. And our shepherd friend here, 39. He is, he's a gifted artist. That's interesting. Gifted artist. Okay. Let's look at random disadvantages. What's wrong with these guys? 72 horrible hangovers. Not so bad. Yeah, not so bad. Guy can't go drinking too much. And 71 honesty. Not too bad either. Oh yes, and this guy's skill will be staff. At 8. He's not too good at fighting. That's fine. Wonderful. Now, moving right along here. Let's roll for race. 1d10. So 1 to 7 is human. 8 is dwarf. 9 is elf. And 10 is halfling. We've got a 10 halfling. Okay. Makes sense. Shoe shiner. He's a halfling. And we've got a, what is that? A 7. That was a 7, so we've got a dwarf over here. Dwarven shepherd. Interesting, not many dwarven shepherds around. Maybe he's just not that good at it. He's a gifted, all I want to be is an artist. Then we roll 3d6 for a reaction adjustment for these guys. So that's a 9. That's -1. This guy is unlikable. He's not very likable with that reaction. Now, I leave that open-ended. You can explain why he has a -1 to reaction. Or his personal habits, something. He's just smelly, maybe. Who knows? But he does have a good reputation, so in most circumstances, those will cancel out. If he meets somebody that isn't aware of his reputation, he would probably just roll with the -1. And we've got a 10 for this guy. That's a reaction modifier of 0. Okay. We'll call this guy Bingledorf. Bingledorf, the halfling shoe shiner. And we've got how about let's call him Richter the Dwarven Shepherd. Alright, so that's 2 guys done. How long has that been? That was pretty quick. I don't know, 10 minutes? 8 minutes? And that's it. That's really all there is. These guys are flat broke, so they have nothing but their items that we rolled randomly. So like a rag and shoe polish, sheep and staff. I'll get the I'll write in their basic lift, their dodge stats, and all that later. For now, we'll just keep moving here. Okay, so we've got a 10 strength here and a 8 strength here. This really always makes up some interesting characters for sure. We've got a 12 dexterity. Wow, I'm doing okay in dexterity this time. It's painful when you roll a 3 or 4 dexterity. Okay, we've got there 13 dexterity. Oh yes, there we go. IQ. We've got our dumb guy. 8. He's a little slow. And a 9 here. Okay. 9's probably not that crippling. I lived my entire life with a 9 probably. We've got a 9 here. And we've got an 8 over here. 8 health. That's a little rough. Okay, willpower for everybody here. Got a 10 over here, and this is a 7. 7 willpower. Perception. Okay, we've got 9 here, and what was this? This is the 7. Not too perceptive or willful, these lads. Alright. Oh, hit points. There we go. There's our first bad roll. 5 hit points. And, looks like an 11 over here. This guy's interesting. 11 fatigue points. And then we've got a 10 fatigue points here. Great. Okay. I'll roll since I'm on the page already. Oops. This guy. 5, so this is a human. And 4 is a human. Okay. 2 humans, a halfling, and a dwarf. That's cool. Yeah, I'll roll their reaction too since I'm already on that page. Ooh, 14. 14 gets a +2. That's a likable lad. And there's an 8. It's a -1 for this guy. That's great. That is fun. Let's see what their profession is. 123 gets the first guy a... he's a milliner. I believe that's somebody who dresses up fancy hats. They make fancy hats, frilly things. Starts with scissors, which you can use as a dagger. With a -1, it doesn't hurt as much as a dagger, obviously. So that'll give him a knife skill of 1. Knife is easy. I believe I have that memorized, if I recall correctly. And a vial of mercury. Interesting. I'm not sure what that has to do with millinery. Whatever. And the other guy... 126. He's a money lender. That's pretty fun. Money lender. He gets a dagger and money. Oh, this guy gets 3d6. 3d6 silver pieces. Wow, this is rare. 9. Oh yeah, just 3d6. Okay, 9 silver pieces. Wow, he could buy a torch and some rope or something. That's nice. Okay, so he starts with what was it? A dagger. Great. He's got the knife skill as well. 13 skill in combat. It's better than all these guys. The strangler here, the Garrett, the staff. He's got effectively a dagger, scissors, large scissors, and a dagger. That's cool. All right, advantage time. Our milliner gets what is that, a 59? He's got some musical ability. Interesting. These guys really start to take on a real character of their own. Personality. What is that? That's a 90? Yeah, 96. Oh, it only goes to 91. 94. Oh, no, 49, sorry. Oh, read that backwards. This guy's got the language talent. Nice. So we can learn languages more easily, more cheaply for character points. He doesn't start off with any extras, but he's got the ability. And 2D 100 disadvantages, so 100 and 64. 164. Oh, unfit. The milliner is unfit. Okay, so he's not overweight. That is a separate one. So he's just got bad cardio. Can't blame the guy. He stands around doing millinery. Okay, this is in the 100s again. 193 only goes to 172. That's off the charts. 76. 176. Off the chart again. It only goes to 172. 28. Guess 28. Clueless. That's an interesting one too. Okay, and that takes care of all 4 characters. My human milliner, unfit milliner. Let's call him Herbert. Herbert, the human milliner. The moneylender. Let's call him, I'm trying to think of names that I haven't actually used. Davis. Davis, the human moneylender. Okay. These 4 schmoes, peasants in town, they all decide to band together and head out in search of fame and fortune. And test their fates. Stay tuned for some adventuring and carnage.